Hello everybody, my name is Hani, and today we're going to go over Muay Thai 101 Basics for Beginners. So today we're going to look at the Muay Thai Walk, or in other words, your stance. The foundation and your basics are everything. Whether you're new to Muay Thai or whether you're a seasoned vet, your basics are everything. If you have a solid foundation, then you can continue to build on your skills. If your foundation is weak, as my coach likes to say, you'll be like a leaning tower of Pisa. But if you have a strong base, a strong foundation, you'll be essentially like a pyramid, and you can continue building as you start to level up your skill set. Now for the Muay Thai Walk or your stance, the best way to kind of get it in order is place both your feet together, have your front foot forward. So in this case, if you're right-handed, your left foot will be coming forward. And then both your hands will be up with your chin down. If you want to get a good measure as to whether or not your feet are evenly apart, a good rule of thumb is your feet are lined up with your shoulders, or you can take your forearm and then make sure your forearm fits in between. So you'll have your hands up, your chin is down, okay? And I always advocate to have your hands up to your temple, right? A lot of people will have they like to have their guards up, but if you're a beginner especially, if you have your hands high, the tendency is when you start hitting pads or you start sparring, they tend to go low. So get accustomed to having them high so that you don't have to kind of drill that habit into you. Then you can lower them as you please. When it comes to walking, have your hands up, chin down. Start practicing by taking 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. So if you're going forward, your front foot leads the walk. If you're going backwards, move your back foot. 1, 2, 3. Go to the left. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, my left foot is the one moving my direction. Same thing with if I'm going to the right. 1, 2, 3. The entire time, have your hands up, your chin is down. 1, 2, 3. Backwards. 1, 2, 3. Go to the left. 1, 2, 3. Go to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now, as you get better with it, then you can start playing around with your rhythm, your pacing, and then kind of mix things up a little bit. So you could go, and you stay on the ball of your feet, right? You go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you can mix it up. You can bring a partner who can be in front of you. You guys can kind of pace each other out, and that's how you get started. You do this over and over. It seems basic and rudimentary enough, but it's so vital and so important to everything that you're going to use, whether you're hitting pads or whether you're sparring, and especially if you're in a fight. So practice that, do it by yourself, change up the speed, and get started on working and building your foundation for a solid Muay Thai skill set. Blocking, essentially. So for a lot of beginners, one of the biggest hurdles to overcome is getting familiarized with being under fire and learning how to take punches. So, especially when starting out in Muay Thai, a lot of people are very keen to learn how to attack, not so much how to defend. And defending is a key component for building your entire arsenal and your entire game, because it builds confidence and allows you to see things clearer and have a solid head when you're subjected to any form of pressure, be it in sparring or be it in a fight. So, like we mentioned earlier, it all starts with your stance. You're in your stance. We're gonna focus just on punches for now. We're not gonna get to the kicks and knees just yet, but this is a drill to learn kind of how to take fire while also keeping focus on what your opponent is doing. So what I like to do, you have your hands up, and then the grip and the way your guard is the palm of your hands rest on your forehead, and then Thomas will throw a 1, 2, and then you roll with the punches. You ever so slightly extend your forearms to kind of take steam off the punches, but to also roll with it at the same time. So once again, Thomas throws a 1 or a 2. If Thomas throws a hook, right, it's kind of like you're holding a telephone. Thomas throws a right hook. Again, you're blocking like a telephone. He throws it straight, right? He throws an uppercut, right? This tight guard will allow you to kind of learn to take fire, essentially. So even if Thomas goes at me hard, 1, 2, 3, right? Thomas can throw anything. Right? Get yourself used to being under fire. So this is not the only way to block. There are different guards, different ways to learn how to defend, and different things for different situations. But the idea behind this drill is to essentially familiarize yourself with taking fire and taking shots. So get yourself a partner. Grab my gloves. You can do it with gloves or without. But just to kind of do it in real time, what will work is have your partner throw a 1-2. Right, remember the palm of the glove kind of rests on your forehead. It's kind of, if anybody's into the UFC, old school Tito Ortiz would kind of do this style where he'd kind of lean forward and block with his hands. Very important is to kind of have a good solid base with your legs sprung and ready. And then when they punch, you lean into it a little bit, but you roll, right? You roll. Obviously, again, different stances for different things, but this will be very key in order to learn how to defend rudimentary. Thomas will throw, 1-2. I'll throw back at Thomas, 1-2. Thomas will throw a 1-2 hook. I'll throw a 1-2 hook. He'll throw a 1-2 hook uppercut. I'll throw a 1-2 hook uppercut. And so on and so forth. So we'll throw a 1-2 hook uppercut back and forth. We can even pick up the pace a little bit. So let's go. And then you guys can play around with each other. You can mix it up. So I get 3 shots, Thomas gets 3 shots. Any kinds of punches. Go ahead. And that's essentially the drill. So try it out with a partner, go nice and technical. If you have gloves, then you can pick up the pace on each other and be tricky and not tell each other what you're gonna throw. All right, folks, now it's time for us to put it together. So we covered the stance, we covered the walk, we covered basic rudimentary blocking with punches. Now we're gonna put it together. We're gonna be walking and punching and defending at the same time. So to start off, me and Thomas, right? I'll walk forward, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To the left, 1, 2, 3. To the right, 1, 2, 3. Now, you guys can do this back and forth for a little while, but then you want to pick it up a little bit, right? Don't tell each other what kind of punches you're going to be throwing. So, you guys can make it 2 to 3 punches. You guys can make it 4 to 5. Realistically, it'll be around 2 to 4 at most. So, me and Thomas will throw 2 to 3 strikes, whatever it is. We'll keep walking backwards, forwards, left, right, mixing up a bunch of things. We'll do 2 cycles. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Backwards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? For those who are more advanced, you can kind of get into the body shots, and the idea is, well, you might ask, Hammy, if you have a high guard, how are you supposed to defend the body shots? If you see a body shot coming, so if Thomas throws the right hook, you just lower your hand to kind of protect your ribs, but not too low. So if Thomas throws to the left, so you guys can see it better, you just lower it ever so much. It's part of the guard. Your hands are, if this is the guard to block punches, and they're thrown to the body, you just lower it, and then you bring it back up. So, for those who are more intermediate advanced, you can mix up with the body as well. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Almost got me there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? And then practice it with a partner. Do 3 to 5 rounds, 3 minutes each. Pick up the pace as time goes on.